Welcome back to Eric's Think Nomad channel. Today's topic is 50% death rate, what you should know about bird flu. You've probably seen it in the news lately, bird flu. Is it really a threat to humans? If so, how dangerous is it? Let's explore what bird flu is, what causes it, how it can infect humans, and what you can do to stay safe. What is bird flu? Bird flu, or highly pathogenic avian influenza (HPAI), is a viral disease that primarily affects wild birds and poultry, like chickens and ducks. The most well-known subtypes are H5N1 and H7N9. These viruses can cause rapid outbreaks and massive die-offs in bird populations. But the real concern: cross-species transmission. In other words, the virus can jump from birds to other animals, and even to humans. Originally, it was limited to poultry farms. But recently, infections have been reported in cats, bears, cows, sea lions, and even deer. As the virus gets closer to species that live near or with humans, the risk of human infection rises. Causes of bird flu. So, what's driving the global spread of bird flu? First, the virus's ability to mutate rapidly. As an RNA virus, it has an unstable genetic structure. Even small environmental changes can cause it to evolve. This makes it easier to infect new hosts or resist vaccines. Second, increased human-animal contact. Industrial farming, live animal markets, and backyard poultry raising have blurred the boundaries between humans and animals. Third, climate change and shifting bird migration routes. Rising temperatures and habitat loss have caused migratory birds to move into new regions, spreading the virus where it hadn't been before. These three factors combined make bird flu a global concern, not just a regional issue. Can humans get infected? Bird flu doesn't just stay in birds, it can infect humans. Let's break it down into three key parts. 1. Cases of human infection. 2. Mortality rate. 3. Human-to-human transmission. Human infection cases. Though rare, there have been confirmed human infections of H5N1. Most happened after close contact with infected birds, especially during culling or handling raw poultry. Between 2003 and now, there have been over 800 human infections in over 20 countries. These include Egypt, Indonesia, Vietnam, China, and recently, the United States. More recently, cases have been reported in mammals like cows, raising concerns. This indicates the virus is evolving and may be finding new routes into human populations. Mortality rate. One of the scariest facts about H5N1 is its high mortality rate. According to the WHO, about 50 to 60% of infected humans have died from the virus. That's dramatically higher than seasonal flu, which has a death rate below 0.1%. It's even higher than COVID-19's early mortality rate. This makes H5N1 one of the deadliest known influenza viruses. However, keep in mind that these are mostly severe cases reported and confirmed. Milder or asymptomatic infections may go unreported, possibly skewing the data. Still, the virus can cause severe respiratory failure, pneumonia, and multi-organ damage. Children, the elderly, and immunocompromised individuals are especially vulnerable. The problem is that the early symptoms of bird flu are so similar to those of a cold that it is easy to miss the timing of treatment, which increases the risk of death. So while rare, when H5N1 infects humans, it's often life-threatening. Human-to-human transmission. So far, sustained human-to-human transmission hasn't occurred. Most infections are still from direct animal contact. However, there have been a few isolated cases of limited human transmission, especially within families. Experts worry that with more human exposure, The virus might eventually mutate to spread efficiently between people, like COVID-19. The virus binds to deep lung cells, which makes it less contagious but more deadly. If it mutates to bind to upper respiratory cells, it could become much more transmissible. So far, no major mutation has triggered a global health emergency. Still, the potential exists, and many view H5N1 as a candidate for the next pandemic. What can we do to stay safe? Now, what can we do to reduce our risk? First, avoid contact with potentially infected animals. Do not touch dead birds or wild animals, and be cautious in areas with outbreaks or bird migrations. Second, follow basic hygiene rules. Wash your hands often, always cook meat and eggs thoroughly, above 70 degrees Celsius, kills the virus. And wear a mask if you're around sick animals or during outbreaks. Third, maintain a strong immune system. Good sleep, nutrition, hydration, and stress management can significantly boost your ability to fight off infections. If you show flu-like symptoms after exposure to birds or livestock, report it to health authorities and seek medical help immediately. Bird flu may not be a pandemic right now, but it's a serious emerging threat we need to monitor. By staying informed and practicing prevention, you can greatly reduce your personal risk. It's not about fear, it's about being aware and prepared. Stay updated, be cautious, and take care of your health. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment down below. See you next time.